Word of Knowledge Radio.
Well, you already know what it is, your man Knowledge L, Word of Knowledge Radio show, man. Pastor Tim Moses in the building.
Yeah, I'm here. That's all I had to say.
That's all you had to say?
Yeah. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's the Selah moment, man. And the Selah moment going to be coming from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15, real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15. And I want to just pull it up so that I can say it. My bad. You went somewhere else with me. Okay, so anyway, it simply says, but speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ. And this is coming on the back end of saying that he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the state of the fullness of Christ, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, but speaking the truth in love, which is the focus point, may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ. It's a very simple concept for today. The concept is, and don't overreact, Knowledge, when I say it.
Don't overreact?
Don't overreact.
Oh, so you got something, you finna say some crazy stuff there.
Oh, no. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy, but I know
what you mean don't overreact?
It's gonna be called Speak Responsibly.
Okay, speak responsibly.
Speak responsibly.
I was gonna react to that?
Well, because I'm finna show you. You ready?
Okay.
Right. Whether it's 2 of us or 12 of us, when we gather in Christian community, we're to speak truth to one another, but that truth has got to be motivated by love. And it sounds simple, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, although there's a few things that come up that stop the simplicity of that, and that's everyone's story. So without knowing you, if I came at you with a raw truth, even if it's a truth, without knowing you and having a relationship with you, that truth won't be received because there was no love prompting it.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So when you're able to identify with people on a level, on a human level, let's say, and you're able to understand their plight, it should not change the truth, but it should motivate the love in which you issue the truth. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, because a lot of times we run into a lot of these guys who, I don't even want to give their name no credence, but they swear they dig in the word, and a lot of the stuff be word, but it is missing the love of God. And so even though it's the word where there's no love, you're changing the meaning and the intent in which God sent the word. Because he sent it to save us, not to destroy us.
That real.
The word go destroy you if you reject it all on its own. He don't need you to be the person holding the whoop to whoop nobody. You feel me? The word is already doing the cutting. It's sharper than any two-edged sword.
I think what it is, though, you know what I'm saying, what we need to do, what we need to realize and understand or take into account, I'm going to put it like that, take into account, how would a person, like this is something that guy had showed me a long time ago when I was still locked up in prison. And he was like, yo, what would a person be able to do in order for me to surrender my life to Christ? And I said the first thing he really would have to do is be able to relate to me. You know what I'm saying?
You even said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? I said in order for a person back then in my running and doing my thing and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, if a person was to step to me, because everybody come with that typical, you know what I'm saying, Jesus type thing or whatever, you know what I mean? And naturally we especially when we were in our flesh and didn't know nothing about God or didn't want nothing to do with God, whenever we hear Christ or hear Jesus or hear about the church or whatever, this, that, and third, we naturally throw like a defense mechanism up and whatnot. And back in that day, if a person was to really get me to surrender my life to him, they would definitely have to be able to relate to me. You know what I mean? Relate to me in love.
I got you.
But be able to relate to me, talk to me on a level to where, matter of fact, Paul even talked about it. He said, know what I'm saying, to the Jew, I became a Jew that I may win the Jews. To the Greek, I became a Greek, know what I'm saying, that I may win the Greek.
So I'm gonna get on your level so that, or at least I'm going to present this in a way that you can identify with it.
Exactly.
I gotta make it connect. I gotta connect the dots. Well, it says here, it says many times though it's anything but simple or straightforward. And in those tough times, we men don't typically fare too well. And what that means is the mess and complexity of life can make speaking truth and love uncomfortable. For example, when it requires us to challenge a brother or admonish him, and when it requires us to call a brother out of the sin he's in back to the faith. So it's a rare group of men and women who are willing to speak truth and love when it's hard. But we've got to be those kind of believers.
But see, the thing is, the crazy thing about it is, bro, you know what I'm saying, is there's a lot of individuals that really are too scared or too timid to try to bring forth some truth, because we always want to be likable. We want everybody to like us and stuff like that. We don't never want to actually stand up and do what God has called us to do, because especially like I've learned that or found that out. You know what I'm saying, when it comes down to like pastors and stuff like that. And I don't mean to keep calling on pastors like that. They're people, so don't. But this is just this. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, we see it in our day and age. We like to sugarcoat the truth, to tickle the ears of the individuals, because we want them to continue to come to our church, or we want them to continue to give tithes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And the whole role of a pastor is to shepherd the sheep. And if you don't give them,
you got to bring them. You got to bring them to Jesus.
You got to give them that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't give them that, then this is pointless, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, that's today's Selah moment, man. We got to be able to speak responsibly, and that responsibility has to be grounded in the truth of God.
That's what it is. Your man Knowledge here, Word of Knowledge Radio Show.
Word of Knowledge Radio.
But they trying to hear some music right now, man.
Baby,